Today on the Dan Miller Show, we talk about the game against Jacksonville and the upcoming game against the Denver Broncos and injuries and a lot more here on the Dan Miller Show.
Hold up. Yeah. Hold up, hey, woman.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Miller Show. So, a lot of things have happened. Bill's injuries and stuff like that. We're going to get into this. So, welcome. Hit and like, subscribe to this channel, rate and review if you're listening to the audio on the Dan Miller Show. So please, help me get up there. It's Dan Miller Show, Buffalo Bills fan to fan podcast. So, hopefully you guys like it and everything. So, but Buffalo Bills wide receivers injuries. Oh man, Gabe Davis torn ACL, out for the year, obviously, even probably into next year and everything. So, stinks. Trell Shavers, he's out now. The injuries. Kincaid had a boot. They said it's precautionary, but we'll see what happens. Josh Allen getting banged up, concussion, blue tent, hand, knee. He had a foot before that, so it's like, the Buffalo Bills really need to stop with these injuries. Poyer's out now. It just, I don't know. The Buffalo Bills beat Jacksonville. They couldn't run because Jacksonville has the best run defense out there. Bills are the best run team out there with James Cook and Josh Allen and Ty Johnson and Ray Davis and stuff like that. So it was Gabe Davis, but Ray Davis. And speaking of Ray Davis, he fumbled that ball, but he also did friendly fire. But you got to hold on to the ball, so hopefully he could do that and everything. But the Buffalo Bills, oh man, it's just, I don't know, injuries and stuff like that. It's just killing me. To see the Buffalo Bills and Shakir, it's great and everything, but the wide receivers went down. Two of them. We lose two wide receivers. We lose two wide receivers. On Sunday, and they got a short week against Denver. Denver is a good defense. Shatan, he's going to cover Brandon Cooks, like crazy. James Cook, he's going to do his thing. I think he could be able to do that, to run. Passing, we'll see. They elevated Ed Oliver, or not elevate, open the 21-day window of Ed Oliver and Curtis Samuel to, all that and everything. I think that will help the Buffalo Bills. We have 4 in the roster and this and that, but with Shakir, Coleman, Shavers, and Cooks. Now you lose one, that and stuff like that, but it's just, hang on one second here, guys. But they elevated the guy. Hardman is gonna play. Samuel's gonna play. Curtis Samuel's gonna play. Nico Hardman's gonna play. So they'll give us 5 wide receivers. Do we elevate somebody else that's on the practice squad now? Do we get somebody off of somebody else's practice squad onto the Bills roster to help in that? With the um with everything, and um it just, to me, the Buffalo Bills need to, I don't know, they could they this was the toughest game to me. It was the toughest game that the Bills are going to have by far. And to me, that, you know, with that being the toughest thing that it's going to happen to the Buffalo Bills was against Jacksonville. Now they're going to go into Denver on a short week at the Mile High, in the Mile High Stadium. That's what I call it. I don't know what it's actually called right now, but Mile High Stadium. Trolltree has torn his ACL, so like it just really stinks, you know. And Shavers worked his ass off, but the positive thing about this was Trey White on defense. Man, was Trey White all over the Jacksonville Jaguars wide receivers. Zone, man coverage. It was man coverage in the last interception, and somebody pointed out 27 tips the ball, 24 catches it, scores 24. Buffalo, Jacksonville had 24, or Bills had 27. Jacksonville had 24, so it was 27, 27, 20, so it was 3. Jacksonville was the number 3 seed. We were the number 6 seed, you know, so like all these numbers were played on and this and that. And Trey White, he just killed it, you know what I mean, for us. So if the defense can sort of get healthy and, you know, be good enough to beat Denver, Denver's offense doesn't really scare me. Now, Bo Nix, he's a good quarterback, not great, but good. You know, Bills beat him up last year. You know, they went down, scored, and we just took over after that. So Trey White and the defense could keep going the way it's going. Be great. Um, you know, our safeties, Poyer being out, Lewis, could he get called up and play that role? You know, depending on what they want to do in defense, they go dime, whatever they're going to do, you know, could happen, everything. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But the wide receivers offense, you know, it's just like, I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with that and everything. So it sucks to see Shavers worked his ass off to get on this roster, and he was killing it on special teams. He almost had a block punt in the game. He had a nice catch. He just a guy we could trust, and to have a torn ACL, it's you know, it's gonna be all right. We'll get you back, you know, for postseason next year, you know, and same with, you know, Gabe Davis next year in the postseason as well. Hopefully, maybe a little bit sooner, but, you know, at least, you know, he's on IR, both of them, the rest of the year, and they'll start off next year on IR as well. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see. They were going to go out and draft, or in the draft to get wide receivers. They were going to probably go out and get a free agent wide receiver and everything. So whatever's out there, A.J. Brown, whoever, Waddle, but like that's what's going to happen. And Josh Allen is got to be Josh Allen and just go. I mean, he was the better quarterback. And stuff like that. And it was just so much better for the Buffalo Bills and everything. And to have that, it was amazing. Because he was so much better than Trevor Lawrence. And Trevor Lawrence, inexperienced. And Josh Allen had 80% completion percentage. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much better. Josh Allen is Josh Allen. He has 35 touchdowns, 4 interceptions in the whole postseason in his career. I mean, come on. He is Mr. Playoffs. He didn't lose any of those games. He was there to win it. 13-second game. He won that game. Defense let him down. Coaching let him down. Defense and coaching let him down that game. But other games, the coaching and the defense let him down. This one, he went down and did it. He goes, and this time the defense was like, oh, there's a minute left. Here you go. I got you back, Josh. And then Trey White tips it. Bishop intercepts it. And the rest is history. Hello, Denver. Last year, Denver fans were cheering. Bring on Buffalo, And now, here we are. Buffalo Bills. Here they are. So, who knows? So, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But Denver is a very good team. I'm not going to take them lightly. People talk about, hey, let's, do this. Let's see how good Buffalo really is, or how good is Denver. And Denver fans are probably like, Josh Allen, I don't want to play against him. You know what I mean? They were going to go against Drake May or Stroud. CJ Stroud, the way he played on Monday night was beyond ridiculous. Holy cow. I would love to play that. Their defense is like Baltimore was 25 years ago when they won the Super Bowl with Ray Lewis. They were all defense. Trent Dilfer was their quarterback, who was barely average, and won a Super Bowl and retired right after because he was like, "This ain't happening again." Sorry, my mic. It's just, holy cow. It will never happen again. Ever. So, he retired. And CJ Stroud, Jesus, couldn't hold on to the ball. Bad snap, picked it up, tried to throw it, got picked off, fumbled it, returned it for a touchdown. It was, oh my God. It was unbelievable. You go against a team like Denver, New England, Bills, especially the Bills, they would... Sorry. It was beyond ridiculous. And they would put up points like crazy. The only team that probably wouldn't be Pittsburgh because they can do nothing. holy cow, Aaron Rodgers, like, I'm done. He's probably going to retire now that Mike Tomlin stepped down, or fired, depending on how you want to look at it, or fired. But either way, it was just beyond. It was just the Buffalo Bills are going to beat Denver. Will it be a shootout? Maybe. Bills defense is good against the pass. Not so good against the run. Obviously, Jacksonville ran all over us. Only Parker Washington beat the Bills, but that's about it. One receiver. I'm not really threatened by the receivers that Denver has, the Broncos. So, and they got Shatan that can cover. Is going to cover Brandon Cooks. So, you know what I mean. We could dink and dunk wide receiver screens that we did a shit ton. Sorry for my language, but a ton of that. That's the bread and butter. That's what they're going to do. And he had a couple of spin moves. Shakir, boom, boom, get that first down. Oh, shoot, behind the line. Oh, 5 yards. Spin and move again. Got 12 more yards. And end up, getting 12, 15 yards out of that because of it. And so the Bills, it's going to be a good matchup, but I think the Bills are going to win because of Josh Allen, because of number 17. 17 is going to win it for the Buffalo Bills. And that's the bottom line. So, let's go. I'm going to say you have this podcast. I will have another podcast next week, Wednesday. I'm going to do it once a week. Every Wednesday morning, I'll have a podcast out there on Apple and Spotify. So hit and subscribe to this channel. So please rate and review as well. But to the Buffalo Bills, my prediction, let's see, Josh Allen has 3 touchdown game. Josh Allen's going to have 250 yards passing, give or take. It'll be more. It'll be 250 plus, 3 touchdowns. Whether that's passing or running, he's getting 3 touchdowns. Cook is going to get a touchdown. Shakir's going to get a touchdown. That's what I'm saying. They're passing or receiving, they're going to get touchdowns. That's my prediction. So, hopefully, I'm right. So, let me write this down I'll write it down for you guys. There's also here on video, so, Josh Allen, right? I said 250. Passing yards, 250. And 3 TDs. James Cook, he gets 1 TD. He will get 1 TD. Shakir, he's gonna get 1 TD. Let's see, he got 12. I mean, what? He was 12 for 12. So, I say he gets 10 plus receiving yards. Or catches. So, 12 catches. And let's say 100. Should we? No. Yeah, we'll say 100 yards. 100 yards. There we go. So, hit like, subscribe to this channel, rate and review on Apple and Spotify. That's where you can find me. Dan Miller Show, a True Bills Fans podcast. So hopefully we can continue this victory. Victory Tuesday, I'm recording this. So it's after this, all the coaches and stuff like that. I think Mike Tomlin is going to get he's going to take a year off. Take some time to himself and his family and stuff like that. I think he'll do that. Harbaugh is going to be, Kevin Stefanski is going to be gone after playoffs and Super Bowl. We'll know. Maybe we'll know before that, but I think it'll be after. Mike McDaniels, he's going to be offensive coordinator. I know he's going to interview for head coaching, but he's going to be an OC, so he'll be an offensive coordinator somewhere. Detroit, maybe Philadelphia. They got rid of their guy. So we'll see what happens. I talked about it on my live. I'm happy for Matt Ryan. He will be missed. Maybe Tomlin will replace Mike Ryan for CBS for a year and then go back to coaching, or we'll see. Maybe they'll try it out this weekend because the Bills are going to be playing Denver on CBS at 4:30. So, who knows? But we'll get all that more into it as we get to the off season. But we're not getting to the Bills off season until after the Super Bowl when we go there and win. But right now, I'm going to predict that the Bills win 31-24. 31-24. Alright. You guys got that? Bills 31, Denver 24. Hopefully, it'll be a very good game either way. I know it's going to be, so hopefully you guys enjoy this and stay tuned till next time.